Hey, Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome back to Tokugawa's Japan, where we, you know what, we're fighting Germany, because Germany's a massive jerky McJerkface, and they declared war on me, completely out of the blue. I mean, I guess it wasn't completely out of the blue, they killed a couple of city-states first, but listen, Germany are going to pay for what they did to the Japanese, in short order. No less. One thing that would be really great for me to pick up would potentially be a battering ram, but unfortunately, I only have siege towers now. Maybe I shouldn't have researched siege towers. I will have to get a siege tower. I'll have to scrape together the cash. Oh, Hungary has a lot of cash. Well, this might actually be the saving grace that I need. What can I sell? Well, I can't sell any of this. Hungary. All right, a couple of turns we'll have enough cash to buy a siege tower, and that'll make conquering these cities much easier because there's no way he gets Renaissance walls this early. I'm trying to think which. I feel like monarchy is like the move for a Japan game, maybe. We get the influence with El's Minerva, we get the diplomatic favor and the tourism from walls, the scaling tourism off districts. There's huge potential here. There's huge potential here for an interesting Japan game. I mean, I already think this has been one of the most action-packed campaigns I've ever played. And we're literally on episode 2. Like, we're on the opening of episode 2. I don't think I've seen a game pop off like this, except maybe my Thunderdome game. Maybe the Thunderdome game is like comparable. So our samurai are starting to get healed up to the point where they can join the front line down here. I need to kill Ulm. Ulm is in the way, unfortunately. Unfortunately for the people of Ulm, their lives have been deemed surplus to requirement. And as such, they need to be eradicated. Now, look, I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. I don't want to kill Ulm. Ulm is just in the way. So let me think about, does every single city have a trade route? No, Gifu does not have a trade route. So we're going to get a trader here for Gifu, and we need one for Antananarivo as well. We have the army to push, so I think we need to build economy behind this. Not much economy, just enough. Just enough to scrape on by. I do like that Bremen just built a quadrireme and put it into the lake. Like, that's amazing. I love that. I love the AI. We're going to go ahead and take crew weapons. Catapults are one of the most important units in the game to level up, in my opinion. You can go ahead and smash the city. You can smash the city. If you step here, you put the city under siege. You're healing. That's fine. Repair this. You're heading to the north. You're coming over here to join Shizuoka. And it's all going to start popping off next turn in Shizuoka because I'm going to plug in the card for settler production. And we'll use the massive production from Shizuoka to resettle down south. Although maybe it would be better to settle north and use the chopping from Antananarivo to settle the south. Yeah, I think that makes more sense, actually. One concerning thing is I have no defensive units for these settlers that are coming out, so I'll send a spearman up there. Let's buy ourselves a siege tower that we'll send to the front line. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with our current game state. I could be happier. Ooh, I don't like that crossbow. Let's step into the double defensive terrain. The city of Ulm. It finished its damn walls. Well, there's nothing for it but to smash the city as hard as we can with our units and bring the siege tower down. As long as he doesn't get Renaissance walls, we can win this war relatively easily with Samurai Spam, in my opinion. All right, let's get harvesting in here. We'll chop out another builder. Might chop out 2 builders here. It depends, but we're definitely getting 1. Then I definitely want a commercial hub in the city because we're going for the double trade route build. Diplo quarter in the capital next, I think. So I'll go ahead and place that. I'll build it after the samurai. And then I'm going to go just as many settlers as I can squeak out here. Samurai here took a pretty nasty hit, but if I get him to this tile, he'll be safe. Trebuchets are on the way. I could build an aqueduct. How long would it take? 17 turns in my capital. My capital's production is dog crap. But that's partially because I'm lined up to do a bunch of chopping over here. And that means I need to swap back a few production tiles to the capital. Also, capital has -5 amenities, which is not good. Partially from being at war. Yeah, that's minus 30% yields. It's because I sold off all my luxuries. Perhaps a mistake, but I think it was necessary. It's rare you find me say something was a necessary mistake, but I think in this instance, I think that's exactly what happened here. Nice, we captured Ulm, but this city is getting razed because it's terrible. Why is this blocked? There's no reason I can't settle here. That must be like the map hasn't updated yet thing, so I'm just going to ignore that. I'm going to need a position for Bremen. We've got 1 more chop in Shizuoka. That's fine. That's what we'll do. The walls went up in Bremen. I'll say double production towards city center buildings, and then I don't really care about what religion gets banned. I'll just like Taoism, sure, fine. The second one I don't care about. I would like extra production in city centers though. Can I sell anything? You will be willing to buy all of my Diplo favor. I need this catapult to live, so I'll step back and take crew weapons. I want to kill this catapult, this trebuchet rather. It's like a little bit of unit maneuvering I have to do here. Right, we got Antananarivo basically repaired. There's not much worth doing in here. Go ahead and make a builder while we wait till you get to 4 pops so you can build your trade route. Very little in the way of tiles for us to improve in the local area. Have we unlocked lumber mills yet? We do have lumber mills, so at least I can put a lumber mill in the capital. I can harvest it there and put a lumber mill there. That'll be a nice upgrade for the capital. Yeah, okay, so the tiles did open up as I expected. I should be able to fit like 3 cities in here. 1 here, 1, 2, 3. 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 1 here-ish maybe. Yeah, I could fit about 3 cities in this area. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'll fit 2. Maybe I'll fit 2. I have a ton of gold coming in, which really feels quite good to have a lot of gold coming in. So let's do a little swap and swipping. So next turn, let me think about my samurai advancement here. Next turn, this samurai moves adjacent to the city. This samurai moves into this forest. This catapult moves onto the hill. This crossbow moves onto this tile. Okay, so I've got my setup just about ready. I'm going to go ahead and grab Garrison Commander on Victor. That'll give me a little bit more loyalty to play with on the front line. Chop here. Then that's a 6-turn settler. I reassign Magnus to Antananarivo. And then I've got Victor sitting pretty, waiting to be used somewhere else. And in 5 turns, I can do a mass chop in here to get an extra builder and a bunch of settlers. Okay. So I got a trader in Nagoya. That trader can go to Antananarivo. That's perfect. Now Nagoya... I'm going to spend... Oh, shoot. I need to research like a really cheap thing. I'm going to research theology so that I can switch back to samurai production. And in the meantime, maybe see if I can eke out a couple of horses. Like a couple heavy chariots early would give me some longevity. All right, let's begin the advancement. We want to harvest the deer on this plot because we get the production. And then we can build a lumber mill using probably you. So I'm going to settle here and then put Victor... I'm going to put Victor... to establish there, and he will provide the cover that I need. Damn, that city hit my crossbow so hard. All right, catapult, shoot, attack, samurai move, swap with the spearman, so the spearman will tank because its combat strength should be lower than the catapult. The catapult's in defensive terrain, so the spearman should be the target. Right, everything's looking okay. We got the trader here. We're going to put this trader in Gifu to help that city out. You don't quite have your 4th pop yet, so we'll just quickly grab a granary in here. Am I over-ecoing and under-militarying? Probably. Let's get catapults and samurai to support. I'll do a round of units. It's time for a round of units. Oh, you already have a trade route with the capital, don't you? Well, then I'll save this trade route for this newly settled city. So you took a couple of hits, but you have a promotion. Let's just go ahead and take the commando promotion. So now you're highly mobile. We'll blast the city with another catapult. Almost have trebuchets. We're going to wait until, probably not advance much more until we have trebuchets. We'll settle this city. It says 13 turns, 8.1. We can go ahead and assign Victor to this city, like so. We'll get started on the monument, immediately teleport a trader to this city, and then we're good to go. So I'm trying to save cash for the trebuchet upgrade. Wait, you don't have a trade route. Why couldn't you trade with Tokyo? Oh, maybe I messed things up. I'll figure it out. Right, Gifu, I want you to trade... Oh, it was because I forgot to reorganize the list. I had to reload my game because I had quick save enabled and I accidentally smashed my quick load key and I had to reload the game because I'm a dummy. Because F6 is the button I've pressed for years. For years I pressed F6. Okay. For years I pressed F6 to start and end my recording. And then for the first time, like a couple of weeks ago, I accidentally made a quick save. And since that moment, it has completely disrupted my recording because every time I press F6 to go, I fucking reload the game. And I kept just forgetting to change it. I was just distracted and I kept forgetting. But I finally deleted the quick load and quick save hotkeys. So crisis averted. Divine right, we want monarchy. Yeah, we have a hold of Ayutthaya, which annoyingly we got the city-state bug where we can't see them because we did this at war. But if I levy their crossbow, it gives me intel that I need. It's 180 gold for intel. It's kind of expensive intel, but I'm hoping that it works. Okay, basically doubled my capital's production, which isn't to say much because it's still at only like 14. But when we get to shipyards, that'll be a game changer. We also need to get to naval tradition. Naval tradition should be plugged in now, in my opinion. So much of my gold comes from my harbors. Now, Fukuoka, get down here and improve that. Yes, I want you to trade with Tokyo. That's 2 food, 3 production, 4 gold, and 2 science and 2 culture. So it's starting to add up, those trade routes are. We are heading to the medieval era next turn. There's the crossbow. I was expecting to step forward. Continue to batter the city. Who's close to a level? You can pillage for health, so you can kill here. And then I suppose if you kill this city, you will just about level up. Perfect. Which maximizes the total health that I can have in my empire. I will quickly get all this chopping done with Magnus and then move him to that new city. It's a good chop zone. And then we want to chop out 2 settlers from here. 1, 2, 3. Not enough chopping. I'd love to buy these tiles, but they're so far out and so expensive. We will be keeping this city. We have loyalty. I forgot to change my government. to make samurai faster because I'm a little bit dim. I'd love to be building Kilba right now, but I can't. I hate this industrial zone too. Like I hate this city. The city of Bremen, I hate it. I'm sorry. If you live in Bremen, I apologize because I know like a significant portion of my audience is German, and I'm just sorry, but I hate Bremen. And you know, if you hate Bremen too, go ahead and post a comment there, please. Let me know. Bremen haters unite, dude. All right, so where do we stand? There is a luxury down here that we can quickly grab. I'm going to send my builder that direction. I wasn't expecting there to be units in the fog of war, but at least this is useful info, even if I do lose that crossy. So he wants peace now, but I refuse to take peace. He completely ruined my early game, and I'm not going to let him get away with it. So this is just, I'm hoping the AI will eventually learn that if it declares war on me, it doesn't go well for it. I'm hoping to, like, you know, rule through fear. I think that's a pretty valid strategy. So yeah, I'm gonna hold back my catapults until trebuchets are ready. It'll take me a couple of turns to get units in position anyway, so I think that's a totally valid thing to do. Let's chop out a second settler here. I'll send a crossbowman to escort and a spearman to escort as well. Make sure we improve some of the barren tiles that we've pillaged. We'll get one more chop out of this city before it's donezo, and then we'll move on with our lives. It's a +4 commercial hub right there. We'll take it. Okay, there's a nice little farm triangle. It'll give the city some longevity, but it's not super important. And I will make this a lumber mill because the city has bad production and we need productive tiles. We definitely need apprenticeship, actually. So we need to get apprenticeship basically immediately after military engineering. Just like a really disrupted early game. Let's immediately move... Well, we can move Magnus next turn. Yeah. All right, what were you doing? So I'm not sure what units died. Your crossbowman was destroyed by a German crossbowman. I'm not sure how they got that kill, considering I was into double defensive terrain with a promotion and I was shooting them. So that's a little bit sus to me. Not gonna lie. A little sussington. All right, +3 combat strength for all naval units. That's great. Not really particularly useful for me this game, but it's great all the same. Yeah, I don't think a pikeman upgrade is the thing here. So if I'm thinking about optimal locations, there's a really good harbour right there, which means the city centre wants to go adjacent to that. 1, 2, 3. Then I may as well settle on the coast. We're going to be able to swarm this city with a huge amount of samurai. He still has ancient walls, so he doesn't have medieval walls yet, so we're not under major pressure yet. Let's grab Magnus and we'll assign him to Bremen. We could do a builder replenish over there, chop out a bunch of builders. We've managed to deplete the total number of builder charges in our empire pretty significantly, I would say. First couple of heavy chariots coming out. Okay, the world enters into the Renaissance era. There's naval tradition. I'm going to go ahead and... take out urban planning. While that's amazing, I would prefer the adjacency here. The 14 gold feels better to me. Does it? It'll allow me to upgrade my army faster. Right, let's begin the advance with the samurai. Trebuchet upgrades are absolutely dirt cheap. So the trebuchet upgrades are done. I'll be able to position 2 trebuchets for the attack next turn, and they'll attack the turn after. Dedication is probably just a normal age. I've got a decent amount of these. I'm not going to finish many. I'll take reform the coinage, I guess. Head towards monarchy. Monarchy is the play this game, I think. I do like the idea of building an industry, +1 great merchant point per turn, and a significantly better tile, too, for the city to work. No one wants to buy my strategics. Anyone want to buy my diplo favor? You will. That says to me another crossbow for the war effort. Okay, we really need to kill this crossbow. So let's advance aggressively. We're getting to the point now, though, where crossbows are kind of vulnerable. Although this trebuchet is ready to level, so we will be able to attack with my trebs in a turn or two. I need to get these crossbows out of the city, which means pushing with my own archers. We got the Diplo quarter up, which should mean my trade routes are now 3 food, 4 production, with 3 science and culture. Some of these haven't updated yet, strangely enough. They should. Let's quickly grab Warlord's Throne. That'll help out my empire. I don't remember building, like, spamming out settlers here. But now that you've done it, good job. I don't like killing resources. Of all the resources I want to kill, I'll kill the cattle. We'll quickly get a watermill. That'll give the city a pretty good curve. More crossbowmen coming out of this city, dude. Why are these trebs so strong? Jesus. Why are my samurai so weak? Were these nerfed? No, these are buffed. Dude, the AI is no joke. I can't kill these trebuchets. I'm going to lose units here. These fucking trebuchets are unkillable, dude. It's because of the intel. There's so many things causing this issue. I need to get printing. Can I redirect to Hamburg? This is devastating. All right, place a city here. Go ahead and get ourselves a harbor. I don't even understand. Where's this combat power coming from? The AI is supposed to be a pushover, but whatever they did, not going to lie with you guys, they they fixed the AI. Whatever they changed in the patch, the AI is no longer dumb. Confirmed, fixed, 100%. No questions asked. You heard it from me, dude. This is the toughest war I've had in 2 years. This represents an opportunity because the scary unit is the crossbow. If I can kill the crossbow, then all of a sudden things look a little bit less dicey. So let's see what we can do next turn. Next turn, I think this might make or break the game for me here. Let's buy this. Oh, I can't afford the forest tiles. I can't afford to buy anything. My empire's in a shambles. Colosseum's already been built. So the AI are fixing that prioritization at least. Can I go ahead and quickly check my city overlap here? Because I would like to build a entertainment complex. There's a really good entertainment complex right there, which kind of naturally forks off into two really, really, really good theater squares. So what was the overlap on that one? This is a 6-city overlap, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Never mind, I can't afford the tile. Damn it. I think I'll get an encampment in Nagoya. This will just open up the late game military options for me a little bit. It doesn't really help my eco, but it does get me closer to some important stuff. Shoot, I was hoping that I could retreat the samurai to a safe position. Let's get both catapults here. Damage the treb. Crossbowmen and crossbowmen are in range. Losing a samurai isn't the end of the world if we can take the city of Mainz. Right. Do we kill the trebuchet or do we go for the city? I think if we pound the city, we give ourselves the best chance to take it next turn because the city is under siege and we need to take it before this crossbowman can really do a lot of action. I'm happy to trade a couple of samurai into a city if it means I get that city. We just settled the city of Fukushima. My empire is looking real thick now, so I'm quite happy with that. There's probably a really good industrial zone around here. I have one here, which I guess covers most of my empire. Honestly, this tile here is just looking better and better. It's an 8-city overlap. I might move the entertainment complex to there, and then I'm going to prioritize it because it's only like maybe, you know, a few turns until we get natural history. It's going to be zoos. That's going to be worth 8 amenities. So really, really efficient. Okay, we lost a unit. It's okay. You're going to take the pillage here to stay healthy. You're going to blast Mainz. Keep blasting the city. Can you do like an extra chunk? If I had one more unit in range, I could do this. I'll try to preserve my units by saving some health. I don't think throwing my units at the city harder will necessarily have the results that I desire. What's the combat strength of pikemen? 45 compared to the 48 on man-at-arms. Might be time to consider a musketman switch. I'll go for printing and then musketman. It's trapped in this goddamn early game war, man. The problem is when the AI attacks you like this really early into the game, because you have to invest in military to defend yourself, it then becomes the perfect, like the most efficient thing for you to do with your game then is to then go on to kill the AI, which is kind of annoying because it's not the game that I wanted to play. But I mean, it's the game. Sometimes, you know, the game just hands you a hand and you have to play the hand you're dealt. That's life. Okay, this would be a stalemate. Means I would probably lose. Can you get this kill, please? Okay, you got that kill. Now this is a major victory, so I should win this? Okay, nice. City of Mainz is mine. Now, we are suffering some pretty severe war weariness across like my entire empire. Yeah, the war weariness is brutal right now. And it's a real open question. Do we continue on for Hamburg? I think we could get Hamburg. I think we continue to press this war and just like not invest anything else in the war. But we use the military that we already have, the existing military, to try to press for more claims. I think that's the reasonable thing to do. Chop out just a ton, and I mean a ton of builders here. This will be a big builder wave. So he's begging for peace, but unfortunately, you see, he forced me to build an army, and then once I build an army, the best thing for me to do with that army is to go kill someone. So like, he put himself in this impossible position. Now, I would have really liked to have gotten the extra amenities card. Technically, I could technically switch back for the amenity card, but I will live with the +4 combat strength card in a couple of turns. Although one problem I have is I don't have that card right now. So I need to do a little bit of swiveling and swaveling and swooping and swallowing to keep my units safe. Okay, units are safe and protected. We'll take a few turns to heal. Honestly, the extra, like cheaper unit production really didn't help me in this war because I didn't make use of it at all because I just went all in. I just went super giga all in. I would like to get diplomatic service. I want the chancery for the +3 influence points per turn because we are in monarchy, which multiplies all influence that we get by 50%. To that end, when we get the warlord's throne, I would like to immediately get to work on the consulate. But I also really badly need a granary in here. Maybe I could buy the granary. I think if I can get a little bit of cash right here and buy the granary, I'm in a great spot. Anyone want to buy niter? You do. There we go. There's the cash I need. I buy the granary. This shaves 3 turns off the production bottleneck here. I'll get to 10 population much sooner, be able to place my 4th district, getting an extra 1 science, 1 culture from every trade route. So after printing, see, what I would really like to be teching right now is banking, but I have to get printing to sustain my war effort. So you can kind of see how this disrupts your game. I'm going to go for Merchant Confederation is fine. What I should really get is influence, and I should plug in the harbor card. I'm not building units, so I don't need unit production. Retainers will be quite good after the war. I think this is fine. I'm not building settlers. I will be building settlers though in the near future, right? Yes, I will, because there's still tons of land. Probably a mistake to get Warlord's Throne, but I've already committed to it. And I don't want to switch now. Just a sloppy game. Just a very sloppy game. But it goes to show you, you don't need to play perfectly. You don't need to be playing perfectly to be doing okay. Like, we're bottom of the list. We're 13 techs behind Germany, but that's okay. Our trajectory is far beyond anything Germany could ever achieve. Anything Germany could ever hope to achieve, okay? The Japanese Empire, we're on the up and up. Germany's on the down and down. I'm up good, they're down bad. All right, let's take a little bit of time to heal up, get units in position. Just everyone take a chill. Do a little healing. Mine, farm, chop, chop, chop. And I don't mean that in the like chop chop, let's hurry up kind of way. I mean that in like chop chop, let's chop the land kind of way. Probably good to get a couple of pikemen to fight those knights. Takasaki is a perfect candidate for a settler chop. So probably in the next... Could I squeak out a settler here? There is land. There is land for more settlers. So maybe I could squeak out a quick little chopped out settler, you know? I don't know if I need a temple. God, what a dog shit city Mainz is. What a terrible, terrible city. He didn't even settle it on a river. He didn't settle it near anything. Just a terrible city. Just make builders. We'll just harvest you. It's a locust target. That's all it is. Kyoto needs a builder and some gold to buy tiles. But it will grow naturally thanks to the monument that it just finished. So maybe a builder's all it needs. I like that. I like when cities are going to develop on a nice curve. Potato, are you saying you like curviness? Well, you know. Not saying I'm not enjoying that thing. But I'm definitely not saying that I am enjoying that thing. Because that would be inappropriate for this setting. Okay, we peek forward. Little catapult peek. It's okay. We peek forward. We do a little peeking. Any peekers in chat? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 samurai with a siege tower. 3 crossbowmen. I think we could do some damage to Hamburg. But one of these samurai needs to loop around and approach from this angle. Because I need to control this tile. So a samurai has to come from this rice tile to this. Can I send my double promoted guy? Where's my double? You. Damn, you're just like perpetually in the wrong place. Also, you're super hurt. Not good. New trebuchet just dropped. Need a builder in Takasaki. Let's go ahead and promote for the Gilded Vault. Should be a powerful replacement for the bank that allows multiple trade routes in coastal cities. Chop here. Settlers out. I don't know if it's worth settling this little peninsula over here, but it's definitely worth settling this chunk of land. Bremen, honestly, you're a virtually useless city, so your entire life is now dedicated to making settlers. Mainz, similar story. You're going to get chopped to hell and back. Bombard. Okay, crossbow bombard combo shot. Did a number on my guy. Did you talk to the guy? Yeah, talk to the guy. I'm going to tell you to not work the Crater Lake, okay? Do literally anything but work Crater Lake. Do not make yourself useless for no reason. Nice, we've got the market in here, which means we can crack out a quick trader. Ideally, we would be buying traders, but unfortunately, we don't have that luxury right now. We're going to appoint Rainer, playing StarCraft 2 now. We played appoint Rainer. Or appoint Reina as our governor to govern the city. Oh, look at that trade route. 3 food, 4 production, 6 gold, 3 science, 3 culture. And we're only beginning. We're only at the beginning phase of building up the power of those internal trade routes. Oh, I love this. Hell yeah. Work that coastal tile. Look at that gold income. Should be a lot higher. Be real with you. So we need to do a little bit of finagling and finagling. You need to go here. You shoot him. You step here. You shoot him. You step forward. You shoot this guy for XP. You move there to protect any potential knight flanks. Kill him. Can you get the kill? Perfect. So his advance was thwarted and we killed his bombard, bringing his combat strength down again to a more manageable level. Neither of these are particularly good, but you do need a builder. Don't know when I'm going to get builder down to you. Sorry, bud. It'll happen. Copium. Right here, pop down that commercial hub, go and get the granary. Now, theoretically, I should be building a giant carpet of districts, which was the plan over here, until, you know, the times changed. But, you know, it can still all kind of fit into the plan. 1, 2, 3. Like, we could make it work. I don't know if that's good enough. What about this? No, I don't know if that's good enough. I'll just put like a generic circle things here to remind myself that I want to put districts here, but I don't know what I'm going to put there yet. But there will be things. There will be things that can fit there. There are multiple cities that can fit districts there. One of the biggest beginner mistakes I see are people trying to fit in builds that don't work to play around weak empire abilities. So it doesn't necessarily, and I don't think Japan's empire ability is necessarily weak, but I don't think you should build an entire game around it when you get attacked on turn like something by Germany. Do you know what I mean? So we did just pick up riding, which is +3 combat strength against our mortal foe. Let's get that kill. All right, that's a couple of units we don't have to deal with anymore. We poke in, there's a pike and shot garrisoning the city. That's okay. We can deal with that. It's all part of the plan, as the Joker would say. Do I want musketmen? It would take me 13 turns to get musketmen. I think I can maybe take Hamburg in less than 13 turns. So I think it would be better for me to go for the banking so that I can actually get my build online. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get you to swap this tile, take it, and immediately slap down a really good theater square. In my capital, I should probably start placing these important tiles like the aqueduct. I'm going to start swapping high production tiles into my capital because my capital is struggling. Get the granary in Fukuoka to get it to 7 population more easily. We got the lighthouse in here. Go ahead and build the trader. I know I'm not playing optimally right now, but I'm playing non-optimally on purpose. At least until the war is over, and then I'll start considering. Because I just need my gold, man. I need my gold for like tile purchasing and doing other stuff. I should be buying traders, right? That's the optimal play. But I need to keep a gold reserve. Okay, we pop down the city here. There's Osaka. Nice. Pop down. I'd say this is a pretty acceptable harbour. We get a monument, then we'll get to work on the harbour. Monument harbour, it's the basic coastal build. I would say you actually might want to go monument granary harbour, depending. Like the tile quality here is pretty good, so granary can be justified in my opinion. That's annoying. You would show up there, wouldn't you? Let's get a second pikeman to reinforce this lane. Yes, I did just call it a lane. I am a League of Legends player after all. Any Dota players in the chat? Alright, so that's a sacrificial pikeman. We big up and bring up these boys. So I'm not saying we're going to conquer this city next turn, but what I will say is there's a chance we can do big damage to that city next turn. So we have the harbour, you have the commercial hub. 1, 2, 3. So theoretically, if we do a little swippling and swappling, you can't reach. Oh no, I miscounted ever so slightly. Well, you know, sometimes we do a little miscounting here too. If we're thinking about the stuff that the city needs, a theatre square would be nice. There's a +2 theatre square. That's a pretty decent theatre square, all things considered. We do have Ayutthaya on our side eventually. So if I were to pop down a little theatre square here, eventually this will produce, like, you know, a pretty decent amount of culture. One big thing we need to do is after we get banking, we like absolutely need to get cartography. I need, you know what? I need to start making galleys right now. I need to explore the world. The lack of exploration, I think maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 galleys should be enough to explore the world. We don't want to overproduce in case we're in like an inland sea, which is entirely possible. But yeah, we need to explore the world. The lack of exploration is killing me. Again, because I was invaded. I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. Didn't get to play the game I wanted to play. But it doesn't matter. I'm capable. I can manage it. I can handle this, okay? I am the handler. Why? No. He took that. Why didn't you trigger a military emergency for him when he did it? He did the bad thing first. So take the pillage. Ooh. We might be waiting for bombards and musketmen before we can push again. You take a little step back. Major defeat. The heck? Oligarchic legacy. I see. Settler production card, I'm afraid you have to go for now. We'll get you back. Okay. I need this to be a minor defeat. I can't handle a major. Need it to be a minor defeat. This guy actually might be dead between these 3 city shots, but we'll see. Maybe he'll live. If he dies, I'll do a full retreat. We'll piece him out and then we'll re-attack him again because he doesn't get to finish the game. He attacked me. It's the new rule. If an AI declares war on me at all, ever, in a game of Civ, and just if I ever don't do it, you can clip this and send it to me as a reminder of why I do it. AI are massive jerks. They ruin my games. I mean, the game isn't ruined. It's just like, it didn't go how I wanted it to, which is practically the same as it being ruined. It's like, oh, my birthday, I didn't get Victoria sponge cake. Birthday ruined. That, but unironically. So we're going to go ahead and chop. Lots of builders. God, I love Victoria sponge cake. Oh, he lives. He dies. Okay. Cede me your cities. I will accept your peace. We'll be back. We'll get our banks online and then we'll go for bombards and musketmen. And probably by that point, we might be able to have nationalism on board. We do a little trading with Tokyo. Do I have traders on the way? I think I'm missing a trader. Go ahead and get me another. Or did one of my traders just finish their route? One of my traders just finished their route. Go ahead and trade with Tokyo. Right, let's have a little look here. Forbidden City would be amazing to build, and Tananarivo is growing at a good pace. We should probably start building the basic ancient walls. Now, the nice thing about the next war is we should be able to attack with quite a few units. Build an armory. I'm not sure that's going to work. I think I need to research gunpowder first because I'm going to need to research gunpowder first, then banking, then metal casting. Because I don't have the capacity to store all the niter that I need to upgrade all the units that I need to upgrade. It's a slight modification of our plans, again, because of Germany. Thank you, Germany, for making the game interesting. But I would call that a very successful war. We got attacked. We didn't lose a city. We built an army. We took 1, 2, 3 cities in the war, and then we settled during the war 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities during the war. That's a successful war. We're up 9 cities since the start of that war. Build here. We do a little farm triangle in Mainz. Auto-explore galley. Oh, he took my islands. I wanted that island. That was my island. Ireland. It's mine. Right, we got the consulate in the capital. I think we can go for the intelligence agency. No, I think Grandmaster's Chapel fits nicer into our game plan. No, sorry, not Grandmaster's Chapel, for God's sake. The foreign ministry. I so rarely go for this. But +3 diplomatic favor and leveraging city-states costs half the gold. If we're going for an Elsa Minerva build, that definitely fits way better. So -2 amenities in here. We're going to allow the war weariness to bleed away. We could build some extra units. Do a little pre-building, spend our resources. I mean, Antananary, what the hell else are you going to do? You could build builders for me. You have a look around at the Empire. Yeah, you know what? I could use a couple of builders. I don't need that much more military. Honestly, I'd love to see you get a Forbidden City. I don't think you're going to be able to do it though. So give me a couple of builders. We'll come back to you. Good job on the granary, Fukushima. You know what? Let's get the watermill. Let's go maximum curve. Maximum late game curve. We grade on a curve in this house. Yeah, I got a huge army on your border. What are you going to do about it? Kind of tempted to do this in a multiplayer game. Just put like an inordinate amount of units on someone's border, but never actually attack them. Just feel like, yo, I'm guarding the border. We're both safe now. And just see how people... I don't think people would appreciate that. Turns out, people don't like it when you put a big load of troops on your border. Who could have known? Who could have foreseen such a thing? So we got diplomatic service. Let's immediately go to nationalism. The reason we want to get to nationalism is so that we can unlock the ability to combine our units into cores. That'll be a nice boost for us. This trader is going to go to, when does my next trade route come up? It comes up in Kyoto. Kyoto will trade with Tokyo. And the commercial hub there, I guess, is fine. Quickly grab the granary, then the commercial hub. This is a fun build. We're going the money build. I'm so mad that he killed Bandar Brunei. God, what a dick move. What a just massive, colossal dick move to kill Bandar Brunei. Do you know how much money I'd be making right now if I had Bandar Brunei? At least 2 extra money per city. Upwards of like 8 extra money per city in the late game. It's so much money. We did get the entertainment complex in here. Let's quickly grab the granary so we can continue to grow. We don't need the watermill, and we'll go ahead and build that encampment. I'll chop here. We'll do a little bit of raw chopping. That's non-Magnus chops. That's what a raw chop is, at least in my vocabulary. I don't know what a raw chop in your vocabulary is. It's what it means to me, though. Oh, look at this list, baby! What a beautiful list! What a beautiful list of trade routes. I'm being negotiated. Someone is stealing my money. I would like siege units or melee units to get boosted. I'll vote for siege. And then otherwise I don't care. I'll just go like, yeah, cultural. Who cares? Hey, siege passed and cultural passed. That's exactly what I wanted. Is it what I wanted though? Tough question. Chop. Chop. Okay, we just crapped out a ton of builders. Let's finish that temple in here. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, God, chopping is just too good. It's too good. Now, one thing I was thinking about though is... what sort of, like, so obviously we're coming up towards the end of the game's development cycle, right? I don't think after the leader pass, I'm like not expecting much in the way of patches, right? I don't think we're just not going to see him. I don't think. I just think it's unlikely. Now, it kind of made sense with COVID, right? That like, oh, there was a final patch, but it took a while to get to us, and it was done by a junior design team. You know, that all totally made sense. But now I kind of feel like, look, junior design team is working on it. That well, what's the main team working on? Huh? You know, I'm starting to get question marks. The other thing that's coming to my mind is, oh, well, I guess if this is the last few patches, we should really make a lot of noise about the things that are really broken with the game and get the game, you know, wrapped up with a little bow on it and sent out the door, patting the bum, like you did a great job, game, you know, good hustle out there, and get the game basically, you know, get the game basically in its final state, where it needs to be, where people can come now from years from now and be like, oh, what was Civ 6 like? And they can come back and there's no bugs, the game isn't broken. And that's what I would like to see. I'd like to see Civ get the send-off it deserves in the near future, you know? I would like that final April patch, the final March, April, May kind of area. I'd like that to be the place where the game got its send-off, you know, where it got all the final little foibly little, you know, game mechanics ironed out. It got a bunch of bugs ironed out. That's what I'd like. That's what I want for the game, because I love the game, and I'd love to see it get a send-off like that. So I hope that's what the developers consider doing, and I hope that now the really important part of that is the community getting together and informing the developer on all the things that need to be fixed. Because believe it or not, your feedback is the most important part of the development of video games. Like people say, oh, the developers don't listen. Nah, dude, the developers are listening. Sometimes they just don't have the resources or allocation to fix the problem. But they are always listening, 100% of the time. No matter what game you play, dude, people wouldn't make... Do you know how exhausting it is to make video games? People wouldn't make them if they didn't truly, and I mean truly, like live and breathe them in their bones, okay? These are like... These games are built on the passion of people. So let me tell you, they listen. They might not agree with you, but they listen. Yeah. Oh shit, what's going on here? There's some barbs in the north. All right, we got out of that sticky situation. We do recruit another guy. Jeez, just all these great... Instantly creates a privateer unit. Oh, mama. Let's make use of this. Actually, I should have been exploring. I mean, if I was really optimizing my game, I would have been exploring my great admirals, like for sure. I should have been. I'll throw my hands up in the air, like I don't care, and admit it. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but didn't. That's true. It's true. It's in the Bible, I'm pretty sure. Probably not. I would like to say that John 14:29. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but didn't. All right. I think that is a really good place for us to leave off. we have managed to conquer a very sizable chunk of the world, and we're considering retribution against Germany for their crimes against Japan. In terms of positioning, I would say I'm in a pretty good position. Like in terms of yields, 77, 93. I got kind of screwed this game a little bit. I never got a golden age, but I do think the sheer size of my empire is giving us like the upward curve that will lead to very great things. So stay tuned. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.